month ago, Argentine President Fernandez visited China and discussed the potential of economic and trade cooperation between the two sides. Just a month later, however, Argentina appears to have taken a step toward breaking with China. Recently, the general election in Argentina ended. Milay, a far-right man known as Argentine Trump, won with 55.69% of the votes and became the next president. According to reports, Milay will officially take office on December 10th, and his presidential term will be 4 years. In his victory speech, Milay said his election marked a new chapter in Argentina's history, and he vowed to reshape Argentina into a global power after 35 years. Today, we will talk about the choices of the Argentine president after the change of office. Welcome to World Hotspot, where you will be able to learn about projects, cooperation around the world, and important information about China. I hope you can subscribe to me. Let us discover more interesting things around the world together. There is a saying that there are 3 things a new official needs to do when taking office. After Milay came to power, his first focus was on Argentina's economy. He plans to use so-called economic shock therapy to abolish the mismanaged central bank, abandon the current currency peso, and implement a comprehensive dollarization policy. In addition, he supports the open sale of guns, legalized organ trade, and restrictions on abortion rights. Although the proposals sound controversial, they have struck a chord with voters who are deeply disappointed with Argentina's current economic situation. Next, Milay lit a second fire, this time targeting China. As a far-right politician, he made a high-profile claim during the campaign that his first priority after being elected would be to cut off political and economic ties with China. At the same time, he also rejected cooperation with Russia and Brazil, withdrew from the Brics organization, and expressed support for strengthening relations between the United States and Israel. This also explains why Milay's election makes us uneasy. Before his election, Milay adopted Trump-style political tactics and was good at using the media, releasing short videos to appeal to young people's dissatisfaction and anger about the current predicament. He himself is also a big fan of Trump, so after Milay was elected, Trump quickly issued congratulations. Another country that is very happy about this is naturally the United States. Prior to this, Argentina had maintained close relations with China under the leadership of former President Fernandez, and even joined China's One Belt, One Road initiative. Although Argentina is rich in natural resources, its railway system, which originally stretched for more than 7,000 kilometers, has long been in disrepair and is in danger. However, in partnership with China, the Belgrano Freight Railway has been given a new lease of life, reducing the transport time that originally took 3 days and nights to just 1 day, and creating nearly 5,000 jobs. Subsequently, more and more Argentine beef, fruits, and seafood began to enter the Chinese market, and China has become one of Argentina's main trading partners. This cooperation has achieved remarkable results. Even during the period of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Argentine government still managed to achieve 10% economic growth and greatly reduce the poverty rate. Fernandez clearly understands that to achieve sustainable development, we must invest in infrastructure and expand exports. However, now that Milay has come to power, he seems to have interrupted cooperation with China. What is even more worrying is that if Argentina now fully turns to the United States, it will not only fail to achieve its goal of becoming a powerful country. Moreover, even the rations saved by tightening the belt will be quickly consumed by the United States. In fact, Argentina was prosperous at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. At that time, its per capita GDP was equivalent to that of the United States, and it mainly relied on agricultural and animal husbandry export trade. However, unlike the United States, Argentina failed to successfully transition from agriculture to industry and instead stagnated and failed to develop emerging industries. In addition, Argentina has long been subject to U.S. interference in its economy and politics. As early as Argentina was developing its agricultural industry, the United States took away Argentina's share of the European market. In addition, the United States has also expanded its sphere of influence in Latin America, interfering in Argentine affairs through diplomatic pressure and even military coups. Although the International Monetary Fund provided tens of billions of dollars in loans to Argentina, claiming it was to help its development, Argentina ended up being criticized by Western countries for being unable to repay the loans. Today, Argentina remains one of the countries with the most severe inflation in the world and faces huge foreign debt pressure, with debt reaching nearly $300 billion. In the foreign exchange market, the Argentine peso continues to depreciate, and the black market exchange rate has reached 600 pesos per US dollar. If Argentina now fully switches to the dollar, it will further weaken its ability to deal with external shocks. In the early 1990s, Argentina implemented a monetary integration policy with the US dollar and pegged the peso to the US dollar. Although it reduced inflation in the short term, it also caused Argentina to lose its monetary policy autonomy. Eventually, when the Asian financial crisis hit, Argentina fell into recession. Just 10 years later, Argentina declared a default due to its inability to repay $150 billion in foreign debt. Nowadays, although Argentina's economy has improved, but once again fully relying on the United States, it will undoubtedly cut off the path of economic development, just like inserting a transfusion tube into itself. In fact, it doesn't matter whether one's political orientation is left or right. As a national leader, your first priority should be to consider the country's economic development and people's well-being, rather than cutting off political ties with China and choosing leaders who are not conducive to national interests. The people of Argentina can only pray and hope that the country can make wise choices.